Okay, so today I'm going to try to fly Microsoft gliders in the sim. Okay, we're gonna call it's the so go here to Discord. Okay, so it's called the Sim Soaring Club. Okay, and they always have a soaring thing on Saturdays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays. So the day Saturday, the 10th. So here's how you're supposed to be able to join. I've been trying to join this for some time now and fly it, but it's not as easy as it sounds, or at least not to me. Anyway, you gotta download the flight plan. Okay, you copy the weather report and put it in location, particular location. Okay, that's where it is in the Microsoft version, and if you're in the Steam version, that's where it's supposed to be. Make sure that you turn on hidden files, or else you won't be able to get to this one. Because you'll click on your users, you go to your name, and you won't see this unless your hidden files are on. Okay, or disabled, so it shows hidden file because that's a hidden file. And then you just roaming, and then it's Microsoft weather presets. Okay, what I've done is I went to there. I finally figured out how to get to there on the Steam version, and probably do the same thing on the store version. You have to make sure that you have hidden files on. So, okay, so you go to users, your name, and see there it is, and you kind of see it's kind of grayed out, kind of stuff. If you have hidden files on, it won't show that. Okay, you go through this sort of thing here, and you won't be able to find it. You'll sit there going, "Where the hell is it?" So that's just a little tip right there. What I've done though, so on my desktop, I have both the community file for Microsoft 2020 and also the presets, weather presets. Okay, you just have to get that file and put it in here. Okay, and then when you get into the game, you'll be able to select that. Okay. Okay, so back up here. Right now it's 10 o'clock, and it doesn't start until 10:45. Then you make sure you're going. I'll probably be doing all this. I'll be doing all this. Make sure to be in the multi-flight. You're in the Southeast Asia server. Okay, and you can come here and you can read all this. Okay, options, traffic, and stuff. So you're gonna see me do all this. Select the time and all players, and then sync the weather. They're gonna sync it somehow. I'm not really sure how they're gonna do that. Verify the weather location's correct and everything else. So we're gonna go through all that. Okay, and I'm probably not gonna load up my flight track. So okay, and you can launch one however you want. So plane. So since we're doing the gliders, you need a tow plane to get up, and some of the gliders have engines, but I'm just gonna use a tow plane. Okay, so now excuse me. Now I'm gonna go to the Saturday here. And okay, I think this is Saturday. Okay, yep, and that's Saturday the 10th. Okay, the briefing's going to be, like I said, at 10:45 my time. UTC time is like at 10:45, so you have to look that up on UTC and find out exactly what time it is. If you got this thing set to your local time, it'll have the time here. Everybody's going to sync at 11 o'clock, and the task starts at 11:30 my time. I'm here Pacific Standard Time in California. Okay, so to order to find those files that I told you, you have to click on this. Okay, and at the time, supposed to be here. So okay, so I don't think it comes here until like 10:45. Okay, so pause recording. Come back here, and this is the flight plan that we're going to be doing here. So you do have the flight plan. So I guess we start here. Okay, and we fly along this thing, and that's one turn point right there. That's another turn point, and then this is probably the finish. Doesn't really specify what the start is and the stop is. I don't know if we're going this way or that way, but that's the flight plan that you'll receive. Okay, and you'll be able to load up in Microsoft Flight. Okay, so this is the particular. So the server is Southwest East server. In-game date, time will be February 10th, which is the day. Local time, 7 glider class, free choice. I'm going to fly the A33 glider. Okay, task type would be rich and thermals. Okay, the max altitude start will be 7,000 feet. Task distance will be 287 kilometers. And duration will be, estimated. Be like, 90 minutes to 2 hours. Okay, so the weather. So when we get to weather, the winds will come from the east. So they'll be coming this way, blowing this way. So the top's north, the bottom south. This is west, and this is east. The winds will be coming, sounds like due east. So should be able to get like good stuff, good lifts here and there. Maybe kind of go to the back of this hill right here, or mountains right there. Maybe get some lift, and then or over here maybe there'll be some good lifts here, maybe. Or maybe you have to go behind here and something like that and to get lift because the wind's coming here, so you don't want to be on the lee side, you want to be on the windward side. That's what I think anyway. It's like Talco. That's right. I don't know. I'm not sure where this is, what country this is in. But anyway, beware of clouds in the mountains. Okay, and then increasing wind speed with altitude with a shift towards south. And this guy's asking the day where the files are, but it usually doesn't come up until. Yeah, so it keeps us waiting. So it'll come up, eventually. Okay, so I'm going to pause it right now, and when those files come up, I'll show you how to load them in or whatever, you know. I'm just as new to you at this as any of you really new people kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do it as I can, and then like as the flight goes, I'm not sure if I'll be able to talk because I couldn't figure out how to get the push to talk to start to do the work kind of stuff. You know, you're supposed to go here and go to where is it? Here it is, like a voice and video here. Okay, and like if you do push to talk, I want you to download the sort of like thing kind of stuff, but I don't want to do that. I already downloaded it and it kind of starts up, you know, with the computer, so I had to like go in there and start. So I'm not sure how to figure out how to use that just yet. And this one only lets you do a keyboard. So when I do Condor, I usually have a button. It's a button that you can use on your flight stick to do it. So as I said, I haven't figured this out yet. And like this is, I don't like using this because like it can, you know, if I'm trying to talk to you guys at the same time, uh, it'll interfere with the flights and stuff like that. People get mad. So talk. Okay, so I can turn this down to this like microphone input and turn that down. But you gotta have that. You gotta have. See, it seems like it's still activated. Talk. Yeah, seems like when I'm doing that.
Doing
So
that, so
I may just
get out.
Stop it. I might just get out of it, kind of stuff, so I can talk to the audience, you guys. Yeah, for me, Discord's hard to understand. But anyway, I'll come back when the flight starts. Or when something comes up that I would want to explain to you. All right? Okay, so he just posted these. Okay, just posted. I couldn't turn on fast enough because like he was like we were talking, and he cleaned up the chat there, and it just appeared. Okay, so it's like 10:30. Okay, so what you have to do. This is the weather one right here. Okay, and this is the flight plan one. Okay, so you can double click on it, download it, and double click on this one, and that's downloaded. Okay, and if I go to my download file, I'm gonna close this right now. Okay, if I go to my download here, and then they are downloaded. Okay, this is the weather preset. Okay, WPR weather preset. Okay, and this is the flight plan. Okay, so the weather preset. Okay, so it goes west, Audrey kind of stuff. It's going to go in my weather preset folder. Okay, and these are like these are something you can get from like I think flight sim, something like that. These little weather presets. So if you're just going flying by yourself kind of stuff, you can use these, and these will show up in the weather thing. I'll show you when we're flying. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it down here, move it to it, and now that's in there. Okay, and so when we go to fly this flight today, we're going to use this. Okay. All right, so close that, and you should try to, if once you find your file, make a shortcut to your desktop. That way you can find it easily. Your community folder. See, in my community folder, all I have is the one thing there. one. This is the AS-33 that I'm going to fly today, and that'll be a community folder. When you get like free planes and stuff like that, you can put them in there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the Discord. Okay. So now that's set. Now they're gonna have a briefing, which they're gonna allow us to join. And when that comes up, I'll restart the video again. All right. Also, while we're waiting here, you can like fly some of the other ones. You know, same thing. You know, that was like it was like last Saturdays, and then like if you go to Wednesdays, that'll be last Wednesdays and all that kind of stuff, right? So you'd go there, and then if you like click on the messages right here, where it says messages, you'd get like a you get all this information, all that kind of stuff. These are the flight tracks that people have like published. But like you'd go up here, keep going up past all that stuff, and then like, oops, keep going, 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 past all this stuff. Eventually, you get to the. See, that would be the, and that would be the like flight plan for like the last Saturday. All information for it right there, briefing and what briefing they had and weather conditions. You could download all those. Excuse me again. You could download all those. That's the flight plan, and that would be the flight weather, right? You do the same thing I did before, and you can fly all the back tasks, and you can kind of practice doing it. Flying task. All right. So let's go back to this one. All right, so we're back. So make don't get confused and stuff like that when it's not there, because like this didn't come up until today at 10:31 kind of stuff. So I was like, it took me a little while to figure that out. Okay, and to type on these messages and kind of stuff on the day. Okay, and then like the briefing won't start until like my 10 o'clock my time, 10:45. So we still have like a few minutes to wait. So I'll come back. Okay, so here it is, like 10:44. We're supposed to have a briefing meeting, so I don't know how this actually works, this particular part, and the syncing. So we're gonna okay, there it is, 10:45. This might be the end of the video here because I don't know what the fuck to do now. Yeah, I'm looking here. So I'm wondering if there's like a join button that's supposed to come pop up somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, see, so join button pops up, and you hit join, I guess.
Figuring out as well. I think it's correct.
It is dark for me unless that's the flight sim just sort of glitching around.
How can you tell? You're on the world map.
Yeah, exactly that, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
the world map correlates with what's
No, there's
actually going on.
There's a bug that it doesn't change the illumination of the map until you can do it with the scroll wheel is top tip, which is in the bottom left hand corner of the world map. It should be telling you the local time, right? Which would be 07:45 a.m. But if you scroll 1 minute forwards, 1 minute backwards, it will refresh the world map display and get the time right.
Thanks very much. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's worked.
It's a bug.
It's also
280. Sorry.
It's also a good idea to stroll back and forward within a minute of hitting fly.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, that 1 minute is very important. It's crazy.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey,
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
hi Rick.
Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? So I guess they can't hear me, so that's good. I don't really want to talk. I don't want to talk to you guys. When I get the push to talk function working, that's when I'll. Oh, there I am right there. See, I'm in there. My mic's muted. And I think if I press on it, all right. So I'm just gonna keep it muted. Let's see what options are.
So the winds, the higher you are, the faster they are. I'm not sure how high we're going to. I haven't looked yet. How high we're going to get on the task? At least 12,000 feet. I think.
So I'm gonna
Seems to
start.
change about 14,000.
I'm gonna start.
Okay. So we're talking about. I mean, up there, we're talking about 25 knots from the south.
Well, sorry, it actually changes from 10,300 to 14,000 to what?
Yeah. What's it doing? It's it's veering. So the wind is rotating clockwise.
Correct.
From something like 11,000 feet.
So I'm starting Microsoft right
And
now.
this has gone fully south by 15,000. Yeah, I'm getting a Biggles nostalgia vibe.
I said something about cloud as well and the valleys.
Okay.
Looking at the task after sort of waypoint 2, that would say the optimal height to fly is probably about 13,000 if you want a sort of a 45 degree off the wind.
Yeah, we'll be coming down that ridge, won't we, that you can see just to the west of waypoint 2.
I probably should have started this
With the
before.
border between,
Hope there's no big
between Chile and
update.
Argentina here. Oh no, we're in the yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just zoomed my map out, see where we are.
So, silly question for you, because I'm not really familiar with the way Flight Sim models the weather, but is it going to allow the layers of the wind to sort of communicate with one another, or is it just a single gradient that's taken into account throughout the whole sort of altitude?
The sim is taking into account the wind of where you are. But so what this is doing is saying, well, the wind, whatever it is, nearer the ground is 9 knots. At 11,000 feet, it's 25 knots, or whatever. That will basically affect the ridge lift, is what that comes down to. That comes down to. It'll actually, bizarrely, it will affect the thermals as well. but mainly, the understandable bit of it is it affects the ridge lift in kind of a way you'd expect. You know, the higher the wind, the more ridge lift you're going to get if it's in the right direction.
Oh, here we've got max altitudes at waypoint 2, waypoint 3.
We've got what altitudes?
Maximum altitudes, bigger.
Oh, you're joking. Really?
Waypoint 2, 12,000 max. Waypoint 3, 7,000 max.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
But that's not to say in between those points you can't go higher.
No. Just to,
Correct.
just to
And it
treat
looks like that's what's going to be the optimal.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Oh, good evening. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, that's my plane. And then I'm going to hit more here. Okay. And load and do it. So I'm on PC. So I'm going to hit PC.
7:45
Go
a.m.
to
Right?
download. I'm going to hit that.
Much too early for
And
me.
I'm going to hit open. And there it is. Okay, that's the same thing we saw
Right,
before.
and I'll jiggle the world map. Oh yeah. And we're launching on runway 14 by the look of it. Yep. Makes sense.
I'm glad you said that. I was set on runway 10.
Okay, so this
That's kind of weird.
that should be the takeoff.
Might
time.
happen when you spawn. The sim's got a bit. It must have been an update. It wasn't doing it to us all the time for the past 3 years. That it might put you, even though it says runway 14 on the world map, it changes its mind as it spawns you into the sim.
I have the same feeling. It started to mess with our runway departures.
Yeah. And we might find out. It depends what order you load the plan and the weather, the weather or something.
Maybe. I always load the plan first and then the weather, unless the weather has already been there from the last.
Yeah, I do the exact opposite. Load the weather first, and when you load the plan, it unless there's a runway specified, it puts you on the proper runway for the wind.
Okay, just as a further heads up, now that I've changed my runway heading, it changed my weather to last night's task, Journey's End. I've had to reset the weather to today's task.
That makes sense. I mean, because you know, if you taxi on an airport and you change runways, I mean, the weather does instantly change. I mean, you know, it's
Of course.
yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if anyone heard that, but now that I've changed runway, it also changed weather. I had to
Yeah, yeah.
today's weather.
We were just
Yeah, we
joking
heard that.
about it. Yeah, we were just joking about how fucked up it is.
Okay.
Say it as you mean it, Ian.
Okay.
Oh, well,
So we're taking off from here. Remember, I was saying the other time was
You have to with a Zobo.
we're taking off. So
Yeah.
we're taking off from this one and flying to.
we still get fun out of the sim. That's good news. I flew, being a bachelor for a week. I did a test task in Italy. Or did a task in Italy for next month, and test flew it. It was good fun. You know, even though we get annoyed at Microsoft's, you know, quirky implementations of things inside the sim all the time. And I think it's you start off with a base of such great scenery. They think, well, you know, as long as I'm getting a lift that I can use, this is great.
The scenery makes one heck of a difference.
Yeah. I was looking at Italy. I was looking at a bit included where I'd been to last summer.
By traffic.
And I'd never seen it from the air. I thought, that's kind of interesting.
Okay, let's make sure
My only real gripe with it is I can use Condor as a training tool, but with Flight Sim, I've got to adapt my flying to match the conditions, and they're not as I would quite expect in reality. And I'm worried that it's going to impede how I would fly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure how much it affects how much you fly for real because it's sufficiently different. But I do accept what you're saying. Condor has got some massive simplifications. There's a simplification in a ridge lift algorithm that anybody that's done it has done it, and that's it. Just looks at the slope underneath the plane, right? And that means in Condor and in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can fly tiny little ridges that happen to be pointing into the right direction, even though you're buried under the biggest mountain range you've ever been in, but it's completely ignorant of what's a few hundred meters upwind of you. But Condor is the same, so Condor pilots kind of get used to. It's what I call flying uphill. You can navigate the left hand side of a valley, even though it's a rising it's a rising valley, let's say, but the right hand side of it might be higher than you are. So the wind in reality would be curling over the mountains to your right and would be coming down on the ridge that you're on. But
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, Condor doesn't model that, and neither does Microsoft Flight Simulator, because in a simulator, the first 5 lines of code you think of is I'm going to look downwards, I'm going to look at what's the slope of the land underneath me, and calculate a lift value from that. But it's not the most sophisticated algorithm you can come up with, but it is the first one everybody comes up with, and it kind of
Okay.
works.
Are you going to give us a brief summary, Biggles?
Yeah. We're going back to Las Mercedes Airport to pick up our trailers and pack our gliders back down. And the weather changed from when we flew east towards Malargé. I can't pronounce it. So we need to take a little bit of detour with these 3 waypoints. There is thermals and ridge lift. And as I see it, you probably need to use a bit of both, thermal and ridges. And don't worry with the thermals in the morning. They work. At least from 8:15 they work, which will be our start time. So that's it. Wind from east at the lower altitudes, and the higher you go, the wind swings towards south, and also picks up in wind speed. That makes it easier to blast over the peaks that are in this area, and it's a lot of them. Be aware of clouds. They are much denser than last time, so you can't see through them.
Is
It's
there?
time.
Yeah. I guess it is ready. Isn't it? Who's counting down?
Eagles. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Oh, shit. It's 8 o'clock. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then I'm doing 3 other stuff at the same time here. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm not ready.
Yeah, okay. So as we mentioned, now's a good time to
Yeah,
use your
check
scroll
your
wheel,
time.
scroll the wheel time forward 1 minute and back 1 minute. It should be 07:45, 10th of February, AM.
Okay, we click fly in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fly.
I didn't do it at the right time, so but like I hope it's okay. So
That's a good idea to check the time when you actually get on the runway as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 7:45. Stuck.
It's going to restart my transmitter. It seems to be healthy to do that.
Is everyone fully ballasted?
Yeah.
Yep.
Always.
Just the default when you load in.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. He said this guy said 7:45. I'm hoping that's in the morning. Let's see. Let's go to the morning. So. I'm just gonna set it at 8.
I've been
I
seeing
hope it,
generic. Sorry, sorry, did I interrupt somebody?
no, it's quite right. I think we pressed at the same time. Go ahead.
I've been seeing generic aircraft for the past month, and today I went into my settings, turned generic aircraft back to on. You know, it was correctly set off, then turned it off again, and then did save settings, and it's fixed it. I'm seeing gliders everywhere now.
I'm going to
Strange.
have to do the same. I've got the same issue. I hope it gets a bit brighter as well. It's quite dark in my sim.
Oh, you know, your time has changed probably. If you're running the MB21 logger. Oh, actually, no. If you just look in the depends what plane you're flying. What plane are you flying? Has it got the local time on the panel?
Good question. I'll try and find it.
Which plane you in?
JS3 18.
Oh yeah. It says can't remember where it is. I'm sure there's a clock on the panel there somewhere. Or if you're
Oh,
running
you're
the
right. The digital clock. Yeah. It's a Casio.
Oh, it's this watch stuck on the panel, isn't it? What time does it say?
Yeah, spot on. 0740 something.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so it shouldn't be that dark then.
No, it's not that dark. Nice sunrise.
I'm in VR, so I mean the color palette's not all that brilliant in the Reverb G2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is slightly dark, but it's okay. I'm doing the
Alright.
same, but it's
Got
it's
to do
okay. I
that.
think.
Yeah.
I got to do
No,
that.
it's not the classic of the sim changing the time, and it's actually midnight.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that dark.
No, because we've all had that. Back in the day, we didn't realize that was so likely to happen, and we were just like flying, thinking, "Holy shit," you know. But it turns out, you know what? Everybody else was fine.
Tell you what though,
Hello.
that queue looks booming.
That queue. Oh, that one.
Hello. Little
Hello.
late
Yo.
today.
Yeah.
Hey, Komodo.
I don't know what happened on my takeoff there, but it took ages before it actually gained any height.
Okay.
Same here. Same here.
Let me
But
take
now
that.
we're up.
Okay.
It's the altitude, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not that high though.
No, we're
Oh,
not.
right.
I don't know what happened. You're in the 200 gear. The ticket is on to you. Start tugging.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter when you take off.
It took off eventually, and then it was quite a steep pull up I had to do.
That's exactly what happened with me as well.
Man, those clouds are huge. Promising for a thermal lift.
They did. It's big, don't they?
I'm guessing those chaps in the AS-33 are self-launchers.
No, using a tug.
Nope. I'm using a tug. There's Felter's higher up. I don't know if he launched earlier or if he might have motored up.
Now, which cloud do we go for?
The Georg cloud is normally a good tip.
Well, they all look okay. I'm just heading towards the what I think is the closest one.
My technique of looking at the shadows isn't going to work at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna exit here.
With that angle of the sun, yeah, they're miles off.
That said, it is very early in the morning, so well, let's see if there are any thermals.
People said there should be.
What in some time do you guys have, please?
7:51.
7:51:30.
Thank you.
Okay. Go load from my PC. So like I said, this is my first time doing this, so
Oh, Georg, you're in a custom tow plane, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You definitely climbed faster than I did.
okay.
Yes, so am I, but I did exactly the same. It took ages before it actually climbed it in a decent rate.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's worth it in the
Okay.
end.
So there's
What is
everybody
set
there.
custom tow plane?
You have to edit. You edit a file you go into the power planes, find some particular configuration file, and edit it, and tell it be a tow plane. I don't know, Georg, did you post up instructions for that or not? I can't remember.
I think it's in the knowledge base, yeah.
Yeah.
The plane I'm using is an EMB 200, I believe. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Is that stock or is that an add-on?
Yeah, it's actually payware.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Does it try to kill you as well after takeoff? It goes back down like the default tow plane.
They all do. They all do that, but it's usually perfect. To be honest.
Hasn't that Embraer got a PT6?
I was going to mention we've got an aptly named Gravedigger flying the Discus 2. I don't recognise I don't recognise the name. But I've been away for a little
12 knots, vertical wind 13, 14.
Sounds like you found a thermal.
Yeah.
Chaps, what's our start height?
7,000.
7,000.
Thank you.
Your nav display should also say that start max 7,000.
yeah,
Then the rest
Yeah,
was actually.
you're quite right. I wasn't looking hard enough.
Hello, Chris.
Hiya, Chris. I saw you flying around this morning in Australia.
If you got a task, drop it to me. I'll drop it at
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
I think I'm membership at ukvga.org.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a good one. I just got to hone a bit.
Ivan's doing Thursday. I've got one lined up in reserve for next week.
Yeah, that's good.
I've abandoned where I was going to head towards where everybody else is going.
I'm at 7.7. I'm wondering what height. I normally get 3,200 above airfield. I can't remember what it was.
It's
my
usually
trim set
3,000
too
above
far
ground for the
forward.
tow plane.
Yeah. But
Train Mike Echo, continue for south departure.
Altitude ATL up 2.5 and altitude is 7.2.
Copper Hat have just taken the exact same tone. We're flying it up together. We're kind of like flying in formation the whole way, and we just pulled off at the same time.
You mean released?
Yeah, I mean released. I mean that in a supportive and
Tree,
empowering
Mike
way.
Echo, acknowledge last transmission.
Put up my landing gear.
Tree, Mike Echo, acknowledge last transmission.
Actually, it says what height the airfield will start at 5'2".
Tree, Mike Echo, did you hear my last transmission?
Well, the lift is booming. I'm in 8 knots already.
Yeah, I went for the wrong one at first, so I'm heading that way. Go to 9.7.
Very strong thermal, but I'm still falling out of it.
Mike Echo, ATC
Half
services
time.
terminated. Good day.
God, I don't want to talk to you anyway. Getting a little better fall of these like tow planes here in Microsoft. Condor I'm pretty good at. Been flying it for like years. So, but these like Microsoft tow planes are a little different. So I don't know if I'm synced up with the rest of the guys. I don't really see them out there either. I don't know if I have the name tags on.
Happy beeps at last.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much higher than 7,000 feet we really need to be.
Yeah, we usually spend the rest of our time losing height.
Yeah.
Never seen a citation in a thermal.
Are you seeing a glider as a citation?
Yeah, B-21, instead of showing us the AS-33s in a citation.
What about the other AS-33s?
They're all generics, but I can see the JS.
Okay, yeah, so all your AS-33s. At some point, I recommend going into settings. Settings, traffic. And then the top 3 settings.
I think it wants me to release here,
set them
so.
off again and then hit save. Save settings.
Okay, so the big question is, can I do that in-game or not?
Tell you what,
Yes.
I'll test it for you. Yeah, I think so. Hit escape.
Well,
Yes,
I'm doing it
you
now as we
can.
speak.
General.
But afterwards, I would recommend swapping servers back and forth so it reloads everything.
Yeah. So traffic, I've got off.
Mel
and
RQ
then
Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra,
traffic
X-Ray Golf
route,
Sierra.
I don't know what difference that makes.
Right, just changing server.
I'm going to
15 minutes to start gate opens.
okay, I want to go to general here.
Let's see if it works.
Might be slightly more complex doing it in game. We're never sure what it's when the game is going to refresh itself.
Okay, show name tags.
When I
here.
changed
Let's
mine, I wasn't
turn
actually
that on.
loaded into the sim.
Apply and save.
Yeah, fair comment for sure.
Back.
So in terms of thermal behaviour, obviously the windward side of the cloud seems to work best. But does the lift extend beyond cloud base?
Yes.
Altimeter 29er,
Yes, yeah.
decimal
And
9er 2,
in fact,
1088 at 9er.
because it's slightly inaccurately offset upwind. Sometimes you're climbing, but you don't end up climbing in cloud. You miss the cloud. You're upwind of it.
Enter left
depends how
traffic
big the cloud
runway,
is.
14 Cessna Golf Sierra
Actually, I'm doing that
Alpha.
now. I'm
Yep, see, there we go. There's
But,
all the people.
I'm now above cloud base. I'm at 9,600. But I'm actually... I was getting really quite... I have to go back to it. I was getting really good lift, but it's upwind of the cloud. Upwind of the whole cloud, not just on the upwind side of it.
Yeah, so let's head over there.
Yeah, I'm getting the same. I'm at 9.2 in good lift, but nowhere near
I'm
the
chasing
cloud.
your tail, yeah.
Saying that, it's just disappeared. I shouldn't have mentioned anything.
Always away.
I think it is on a cycle, isn't it?
And also, we have 10 knots of wind, at least I have 10 knots of wind, and it's increasing with altitude, so the clouds are actually drifting away. And so the thermals goes with them.
I think the thermals also get weaker or disappear when the wind gets too strong. I've got 20 knots at 10,500 feet, which is not ideal for thermals. Anything above 10 knots will make the thermals weaker.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm currently in 9 knots, so indicated 15 knots.
When I did the soaring weather preset, I just moved my plane into the what I thought was the core of the thermal, right? And then played with the wind strengths, and it seems to be like up to 10 knots it gets stronger, and above 10 knots that might have changed location for all I know, but I don't know. I think Andre found similar things as well. Talking about thermals, not ridge lift.
Yeah.
Lift will always go up with high winds.
I've got a wind speed of 19 knots. And I'm therming at 8.6. I'm debating how high to go.
How high do you need to be to reach 7,000?
To reach the start, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 5.6 kilometers from the start, and I'm at 10,650 feet, so I'm not...
Sounds like air brake territory.
There's a nice bunch of potential to take with you if you can convert it to speed and then soar upwards afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, you will get extra speed of your wings that are start fluttering.
Yeah, the funniest thing is doing that in the K7, because you belt through at VNE, i.e. 100 knots or whatever it is, and you do a pull up, and you pull up about 50 feet.
You're not wrong. I've done that many times in the K6, and I used to carry a couple of camelbacks and extra batteries just to give myself a bit more penetration.
Bit of a boost, yeah. Yeah, I heard you talking about K6 on the that Got Friends task yesterday. Nice plane, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's so harmonious.
Oh,
Was
you
it
don't
C?
Sorry, I was going to say Reckless. You don't know. It is Reckless, isn't it? Or have I mixed you up?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Rupert Reckless, if you can believe that.
I'd believe it. But Chaz the K6 owner.
Yep, no, had CRs and E.
Oh, lovely, lovely. You don't know Andrew Jarvis, do you?
What club's he about? I'm from the Ulster Club.
I think he's based at Parham, but he runs the Vintage Glider Association in the UK.
Oh, blimey.
I have actually heard of him. I think I've heard a couple of people talk about him.
I was climbing there pretty good.
Yeah, he's a lovely chap. He's helped me enormously with the wings and stuff, getting them recanvassed and getting the right secondite and shit to get them repainted and stuff.
We've got a guy, well, I'm not in the club anymore, but I have a guy in the club who's very good at doing that, and woodwork as well.
Where do you fly out to, Chaz?
The Ulster Gliding Club, it used to be, out of Ballerina.
Ah, okay, okay. I've heard of Ulster, never flown there.
It's a good site.
I just looked out of my wing and discovered I've been dumping ballast for the past 15 minutes.
Oh
no.
no.
I must have hit the button while we're taking off or something like that. So I'm flying on half.
Just add your payload in the weight and fuel tab.
I'm good. I'm good. I've got flaps. Not that bad. I mean, did you see we've got I've forgotten his name. Gravedigger. He's in the Discus.
Yeah. That's gonna be an adventure.
It's bold.
Yeah.
Is the Discus quite poor then?
It's it's modelled as a real Discus. It's the 2.0 update has got a new flight model, and that is a good thing. I mean, it's a nice flight model. The plane is lovely to fly and all that. The previous version had a generous glide ratio, a seriously generous glide ratio at high speed, which means we got used to kind of pairing it up with something like the JS315, which is a flat glider. Whereas now the Discus is closer to what it would be for real. It hasn't got flaps, right? So, and it's an 18 meter. The Discus that's modelled in the sim is an 18 meter. It's got the 18 meter tips on it. So still a lovely, beautiful glider to fly. Great glide ratio, but at high speed, it's really starting to pay a penalty.
So its polar's more representative, essentially.
Yeah, it's more correct, but we're not used to that. I mean, the past 2.5 years, we've been caning the Discus along at 130 knots, and it's kind of keeping up with flap gliders.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought the Discus wasn't quite modelled right, but it's better now, a lot better.
Yeah. And yeah, I think for sim flying, it's important to understand it doesn't make the plane less fun. It's as long as everybody's competing on the same playing field. Actually, everybody being in K6s is freaking great, or the equivalent is great fun.
Guys, you disappeared from me all.
I can see.
No one comes back.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
I've got most people.
Screenshot. I've got a screen absolutely full of nameplates.
Are we aiming to start the start-finish line at the same time?
Yes. About 11 minutes. No, 6 minutes. Sorry.
I'm getting weird in the...
missing something. Is the K6 available for a flight sim now?
We haven't. We've got a K8?
7.
I know you got a K7. Sorry, I thought you got a K6. I thought I missed it.
No, we haven't.
Pirate's beautiful. I love flying that.
The Pirate thing. Yeah. It's nice to hear from you again, Rupert.
Oh, hello. How you doing? Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, great.
Sorry I missed the Thursday task. Work for me is absolutely manic at the moment, so I got home and I basically went straight to bed.
No, that's okay.
What are you flying tonight, Chris?
33.
Good man.
Yeah, I find it a lot better in VR. I can track everybody on the map a lot better.
Yeah, I wish I could get my VR.
And I think
headsets,
Chris
working.
Bullis is in his DG.
5 minutes.
I better head towards the.
Yeah, last Sunday I had the opportunity to visit Fussen Glider Airfield down in south part of Germany. Really nice. It was a really windy day, and winter time, so I was alone there. I couldn't find a single soul, but I will give it a try. And next time I'm down in Germany,
Yeah.
it will be like a 2-hour drive one way from the office. So I will try again.
I can't remember. Is that a grass strip or has it got a full-on?
Yeah, it's a grass strip.
Yeah, okay.
And,
I'm keen to hear a little bit more about this because I'm contemplating moving to Germany for work. Actually, is this close to München?
Yeah, sort of. Yes.
How close is sort of?
2-3 hour driving.
Yeah, that's a little bit much.
But it might be closer, 1.5. I don't really know Munich because I was in a city called Oberkochen, and
It's
from
about
there
1.5
down.
hour driving.
Oh,
There's plenty of gliding fields, gliding clubs in south of Germany.
Yeah, it's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. There's like I think 3 or 4 just around where I live. Boom.
The company I'm looking at, you can actually see the Alps from their office. So, I mean, that bodes very well.
It does, yeah. My employer relocated me to the States, and I got this sort of familiarization family flight, before I relocated, and I used it entirely to get the gliding sorted. So, went round to the Aero Club, Albatross Gliding Club at Blairstown, New Jersey, settled in there, and had it all, and shipped my glider over.
Are you commercial by any chance?
Nope.
Isn't Blairstown in PA?
It's just on the New Jersey side of the Delaware Water Gap. So yeah, you go through the water gap. You meet people making their own booze and ammunition pretty quick.
How long, Beckles?
give it 9 seconds more, and then you will know. No, it is 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Not long then.
Please a bit
I'm
more
just
safe.
reading in the box.
You will have a 1 minute warning, 30 seconds, and 10.
I still feel like I'm practicing these starts. I haven't got them completely, routine. Screaming down from a height.
One minute.
See, Georg, you're nearer the start than me, and you're higher than me.
Yeah, I'm coming down right now.
So we can't be higher. Right now we're like 8,000.
Going down is easy.
8,400.
Unless you run into this big pocket of thermal.
30 seconds.
So I hope it'll start us.
Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Gate is open.
So I gotta get down to 7,000 feet.
Let's start it. 200 feet too low, but whatever.
On task. I suppose if it is a race, we probably shouldn't talk tactics, but is it more effective to thermal or dolphin?
Dolphin. If you want a simple answer.
Naturally, it's height specific, but specifically to Microsoft Flight Sim.
It's Flight Sim. There's enough average lift around that it's usually good enough that you can dolphin. Plus, when we're flying things like these 18-meter planes, I mean, it's a bit like flying a Nimbus 3, you know, from back in the day. I mean, the glide performance is
on task.
Is staggering. So, you know, you just you know, you float up in the air, try not to turn.
Hey, started.
Not a good start as well for a change.
Not too much lift between the clouds here, though, on this terrain.
So can't guarantee I'm gonna finish this, but I just wanted to get into this task and into this race, just to see if I can get into it. I don't think I synced up the start. Okay, I didn't. Well, fuck. This is.
I'm starting to regret letting the ballast out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You let the ballast out.
Not all of it. No, I'd clicked. It's one of the buttons on my joystick.
Oh.
And I'd clicked it. And I noticed when I looked at the wing, I could see the ballast coming out, but that was sometime later.
Whoops.
In spite of the fact I've had a gauge.
We've had kind of a cloud streak going here.
Ballast is empty.
So maybe I won't really need the thermal. It was going pretty good there. I thought maybe that'd be a good place to thermal.
Oh, you have an excuse now.
That's basically why I brought it up. Yeah, just just in case I suck.
Does seem a little bit bizarre to me. I'm flying a little bit slower than you guys, and I'm losing more height.
And you're in the which plane?
JS3, and it's not like I'm in horrendous sync. I'm averaging 2 down at 100 knots.
Yeah, it's basically the same. I mean, it's a bit like me. I'm following Gale. We're in the exact same plane, but I'm a couple of 100 feet below him.
B21.
Go ahead.
B21. Do you think it would be worth it? Maybe have a cheat button to reload the ballast in case of an error like this?
Yeah, I could do. Now we've got the logger. Actually, before we didn't have the logger, and ballast was a possible issue. But yeah, we could. Yeah, because the logger's going to record it anyway.
Passed the second cloud without any lift, where I was hoping for lift.
Yeah, same here.
And me, I'm just heading for the ground.
Search for the lift. Blue.
The lift is far windward on the of the clouds.
We might be getting the trailers on foot, boys.
Now, I might be out of
If the
sync.
next cloud doesn't work, then I'm not sure what's happening.
No, I might be out of sync.
It's strange because it's ridiculously good lift earlier.
Yeah, but it was in a very odd place. I got lift in very strange places, like literally far, far away from the clouds.
Yeah, I did. I noticed it almost stayed in the same place as the cloud moved further to the west. Did I mean the east? The wind's coming from west to east, so it must have been moving to the east.
No, isn't the wind from the east?
Yeah, the wind is from the east and moving to the west.
Yeah, I was right the first time. My bad. It's because I loaded Journey's End wind from last night, and then yeah.
I gotta double check and see
Yeah,
what I got
that's
going
from the
here.
movie Blazing Saddles, where somebody's trying to tell the gunman how to shoot, and it's all if the wind's from the west, you've got to lean to the left, and all this kind of stuff. All this kind of stuff. Come on, Gale, find a thermal.
Yeah.
No,
I hear the
Well,
frustration in his
Nick.
voice.
Yeah, you're letting yourself down, you're letting the team down.
I'm thinking I might be getting ridge lift before I get cloud lift here.
Ooh, you reckon you're going to reach Ridgelift?
This might be out.
I'm
up
going
the
down
sink.
fast, to be honest. I'm not sure how far I'm going.
This
I'm
might
just
be
looking
out
at
of,
the AGL, 1400 feet.
this may be out of sync with them. Because they were complaining about lift, and I got a good lift from that one cloud. So, yeah, first time flying.
Peak Pap has just come past me. Later on, he's going to work out why I'm flying at 65 knots. In flap 3.
I was at 80 knots and thinking I was conservative.
Nothing to the windward side of that cloud.
Yeah, it's getting desperate now.
Yeah, we've got time to look out the window. The gliders are freaking awesome looking planes, aren't they? I mean, they're just so streamlined.
There's an outward
Incredible
picture.
machines. What I like comparing them to when I look at the JS3, the high wing design, is when you look at the Vulture, how it's like nature's solution to the ultimate soaring machine. And there's a lot of comparisons now in modern engineering where people emulate nature.
Yeah. So my description, which is a sperm with a cocktail stick stuck through it, that's not a good.
That's funny. Good
I've
one.
got to up my game.
It's a slightly less elegant analogy, but we can go with it. Well, chaps, it looks visually like I'm about 500 feet above the ground, so
Slow down.
Reckless tonking along at 5,500 feet.
Hope I did the right thing and went for the ridges.
That's what you're talking about over there. Those guys.
I
over
hope
there
our
trying to-
retrieve crews are following us by road.
Locke looks like he found some lift or gained some lift somewhere.
Yes.
7-7.
Oh, he kept that quiet, didn't he?
It's well away from the clouds. Like you think you're gonna catch the edge of it, right to the edge of the cloud. You got to be out a good distance before it really kicks in.
Like out upwind. Correct?
Yeah, farther away from the cloud than what you think.
Would have been a good line in the briefing. Yep, nope, still nothing here.
I'm heading left. Fleeker Papa fell to Bravo Tango.
Right now, I'm just flying. To see how far I can go.
I think I'm fucked.
yeah, I think I am too. It looks about 300 feet to me now.
Fucked, but not in a good way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, not in a good
I'm-
way.
I'm showing a AGL at 900 feet. Uses circuit height.
Scheisse.
Can say that. So yeah.
Well, my gear's coming down.
Wow.
You got people landing out already. Hope they got buddies.
Am I allowed to use the emergency save or not?
We've got the wind coming down as we're getting lower. Well, you can always, you can always use that total admission of failure, and do an emergency save. Yeah.
What is emergency save when it's about?
If you're near,
Slew.
Oh, it will prop the engine out. That's what I was going with.
Oh, yeah,
Unfortunately,
that's the one
emergency save has put me on the ground.
What was your strategy, Biggles, to get to the first waypoint? How did you get there?
Anything there, Bravo Tango?
Using the clouds around the airport, the first ones that you guys basically passed, and then fly conservative to the first waypoint and slowly approaching the ridges. That is getting better and better the closer to the first waypoint. From there, then you can build up a lot of altitude.
Okay.
How's that juicy one over there, Smart Cat?
Very thin lift.
Oh, netto +2.
Yeah, I also had +2.
I'm getting +1 on the total energy variable.
Okay, so I disconnected the from the sound there. So we could talk without this guy talking over us. So that's basically how I guess you get in. I'm in the server. Okay, I didn't sync up it correctly, so I'm not sure if they're on the same time as I am or kind of stuff. I'm heading for this cloud here to see if there's a thermal under it. I can join back again if I want to, hopefully, and see if I can make the first turn point here. But I want to see if there's something under this cloud here. Doesn't look like a good one. Clouds look totally different in Condor. You can see everybody else is like 500 something feet. I'm like I'm at like 600 feet here. So time's a relative thing here. Time's a important thing here, because like if like a few minutes earlier kind of stuff, and you reach the cloud, then like you could probably get a more better thermal kind of stuff, and like there's nothing on this one cloud. If somebody comes by like 5 minutes later, well, the thermal might be gone, or even a couple minutes later, at a lower height, the thermal might be gone too. See, now I'm getting down there to it. So, this is the task right here. This is the wind thing right here. I'm going north, so the wind's coming from the east. My airspeed indicator. These are all my variables. This is the netto. This is the something else. This is my altimeter, the compass. This also shows my wind relative to where my plane is facing. So it spins all the way around. So it might actually be different from what this wind indicator says, I think. Now I'm heading towards this these ridges here. You might get something there. But I might just land out. This will be a short video, which is okay, because basically I just wanted to find out how you get in, Next time I might not record it, and I'll just might talk to the guys. So we should get something here. See, those guys seem like they're heading for the. Yeah, these guys are heading for the clouds over there. This is probably better. They're also heading for the turn point too. Yeah, we're probably only like 100 feet off the ground. Got a lot of cactus. Let's just see if I can make it at least to the first turn point. Let's go directly towards it. Then land out. And my buddy with his truck come and get me. See how low I am? Hopefully by next time, hopefully next time I record one of these, I'm in VR. Because that's how I like to fly. But my headsets are all screwing up. I have the Primax headset with a wide field of view. Have the 5K Plus and the AKX. And both of them aren't working. Okay, I'm gonna okay. I'll make it to the first turn point here and we'll try to find a nice place to land. That road looks good over there. Start dumping my water. Okay, so we made it to the first turn point, did we? Maybe not yet. Nope, you can see it's still number 1 waypoint. It's hard to read. So we're gonna remind us like trying to get the flaps so I get the most most glide ratio. Because I don't think I'm gonna make it to the first one. Because I'm like minus 500 feet. Put my landing gear down. See, I'm turning. You can see my flaps there. See my flaps there. You can see my the flaps right there. You can see the water coming out. My wheels down. Okay, here we come. We're coming in for the landing. Don't hit whatever those other things are, trees or whatever. Okay, didn't flip over. All right. Didn't get all the water out, but enough to I didn't flip over. All right, so at least we know how to like get into the game. So maybe next time we'll do a little bit better. Maybe sync things up a little better. See, it's like 8 o'clock. They were saying 7:01, but it started out 6. But you know, I got the right flight plan. I got the right weather conditions. Had the right flight plan. You saw how it, it comes up. Probably around whatever about 15 minutes before the thing starts or whatever your time is. And there's another guy right there, probably landing out too. It's like funny because whenever I like change the whenever I change the view here on this thing here, it's before I had a whole bunch of like planes in here kind of stuff, but then like they all disappeared because that guy's not in there. He should be like he should be somewhere around here crossing in there. But you saw in the beginning, I had all those planes in there. Then when I changed to this map, okay, so seems like only this map right here that has all the planes in. Whatever this map is called. But then you don't see the terrain. Let's see, let me zoom out. Yeah, you see it a little bit from there, right there kind of stuff, but you don't really. Let's see. Yeah, it's only like only when you're in this map right here does you see the terrain or see the other planes. But I'd rather see the terrain. So kind of like this map because you can kind of like see the terrain kind of stuff. And you can see where you get lift. See, if I was on this side of the thing right there where the wind's coming right there, I could see lift, but I could get lift on that sort of thing because this would be the windward side. There's another plane right there. Because I can still see him. I can still see him in the air. For some reason, I want to see him. So those are the guys who are still going. You see the ground's like about the ground's like 500 and 600 feet. Or 5,600 feet. Yeah, see, it's written out right there. 5,600 feet. Yeah. And you see, it's past the 5 and it's on the 6, the small hand, so it's like 5,600 feet. And head landed, heading about like maybe 50 something. There's due north, it's out that way. Or south of down this way, and then like east. East is out that way. So you can see the line right there, that's your course right there, so that's north again, and that's east, and south, that's west. So I'm heading pretty close to northeast. All right, so I hope that helps any of you guys who want to like start out kind of stuff. I'm gonna make a flat screen version. And I'm gonna make a VR version, which would have like, you know, two sides, side by side VR version. So if you want to watch it in VR or on like big screen or virtual desktop, might be funner to watch it that way, so you can see the depth. Yeah, hopefully I'll get my VR headset working, so I can fly this in VR now. I also have like some Condor flights versions. So, yep, this will be the end. You know, you don't have to like and describe. I don't do this for a living or anything kind of stuff. So, I do these pretty sporadically. So, okay, I'm gonna stop it now, and see you next time.